it's a repetitive things that now it's a generation that feels like, well, we're beyond that. Like we're more for the spiritual aspect. And so they don't want to focus on the activities, so to speak, that you do in church. They want to focus on the spiritual, ness, quote unquote, of aspect of church. So I think a lot of people, go ahead.
If I can jump in there too, because you're saying some really good stuff with a lot of meat on this bone, because I think one thing I try to do is when I hear what people are saying, I try to, sometimes they're not necessarily saying, they're not really expressing the fullness of what they're really trying to say. So really and truly what a lot of people are searching for is purpose, right? So they're like, what's the purpose of me doing such and such? But if you give them even a greater task that's purposeful. So let's say, hey, the church is going to be, one thing we did was we did a backpack giveaway. We did a backpack and shoe drive, right? And hey, could you give to this because this is the purpose for it? Or I've seen a lot of churches actually show up and feed people where people they're like, cool, like I can get up and do something, right? So I think the idea of going to church, getting dressed up, putting a hat on, wearing the St. John's, wearing a suit, some wingtips, Stacey Adams, whatever, like that just became a thing where it was more pageantry. And so people are like, well, what's the purpose of doing that when there's more stuff that we can actually do that's tangible?
Right.
So some of the conversations I've seen and some of the things I've seen applied now where people are like, yo, I can actually do something that I see is going to impact somebody today, not in the sweet by and by.
Right.
Like people trying to get out of that sweet by and by, and it's like, well, what can I do today? I can't worry about heaven. That's later. How can I see what's happening on earth? Right. And so I think too, like there's some people who that's their spiritual tension is like, some people, there are a lot of people who want to know about the afterlife, but they're trying to figure out how can I what does best life actually mean? Right. Is this my best life coming here every week to